All right, and welcome back to Bite Size News, giving you more to chew on. And chew on this, Alice Eve. Remember Alice Eve from the Star Trek movie? The J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie? Stands by the underwear shot. That's right, her famous scene in Star Trek Into the Darkness. That she is proud of the scene. This is LP, man. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video. Let's have a look here from our good friends at boundinginthecomics.com. Despite the accusations of misogyny and sexism it sparked amongst feminist critics, actress Alice Eve, who's beautiful by the way, has revealed that not only is she proud of having shot her underwear scene for Star Trek Into Darkness, but that she has also been outright confused by the resulting backlash. I would be confused too. You know, look, the movie did fairly well. She's a good-looking girl. I'm sure she had lots of input into the scene. You know, it's not like some man made her do it. But let's find out. As seen in the 2013 sci-fi sequel, the scene in question catches Chris Pine's Captain Kirk turning around to sneak a brief glance at Eve's character, Dr. Carol Marcus, in her underwear as she is changing into a spacewalk capable suit in service of disarming the film's plot-centric cryo-torpedoes. Though brief, this scene sparked much widespread outrage amongst feminist activists that the film's writer Damon Lindelof was eventually driven to apologize for including it in the film. Look, you never apologize to these people. When you apologize, that means you are admitting to doing something guilty, that you are admitting to doing something wrong. There is nothing wrong with this scene. In fact, it was probably, in my humble opinion, the best scene of the movie. And here's the other thing. The same people that are crying foul about this, the same people who are saying sexism and misogynism, are probably the same ones stripping down for OnlyFans, hoping simps give them money. It's just how it is. Well, when asked about the scene during a recent interview with Inverse, given the promotion of her upcoming film Warning, Eve told reporter Eric Francisco, "That was something I voluntarily worked for with the trainer to be fit. It was very much prepared for it and very much enjoyed filming, executing, and promoting. The feeling that I shouldn't have done it or that it was exploitation was confusing to me," she told Francisco, adding that she was actively involved in discussions regarding every one of her scenes. "There are many things in the world that are confusing. I put it down as one of those anomalies." Ultimately, the actress concluded, "I am proud of that scene and the work that I did for it." Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful statement. Interesting. Eve's pride in having appeared in this sexualized scene, especially in the current social atmosphere, stands in stark contrast with the retroactive shame. That's right, shame felt by Scarlett Johansson towards her time as Black Widow. Noting to Collider that she was in a different place as a woman than when she originally debuted as the character in Iron Man 2, Johansson asserted that such change related to that move away from that kind of hypersexualization of this character. Listen, Black Widow was all about hypersexualization. You know, she wore skin-tight leather and latex. She was a hot redhead. She had the body that killed. You know, she was a trained dancer. Her whole job was to be, you know, a seducer and get information. Assassin. I mean, she says, when you look back at Iron Man 2, and while it was really fun and had a lot of great moments in it, the character is so sexualized, you know? Yeah, that was the thing about Black Widow. That was sort of like, you know, the eye candy that if you're not paying attention, she'll slit your throat. At one point, Tony calls her a piece of meat, and maybe at that time, that actually felt like a compliment. You know what I mean? Because my thinking was different. You mean before you got, I don't know, brainwashed, let's call it that. Later, in a separate interview with Time, Johansson decried the following Marvel Cinematic Universe Avenger as a sexist stereotype. Well, I mean, she is sexy, and she is hypersexualized, don't get me wrong, but she's more than just a sexist stereotype. There's a lot of depth, a lot of character to Black Widow. She's one of my favorite characters of all time. But with that being said, what do you make of Eve's take on her underwear scene on Star Trek Into Darkness? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below of this video. Like and share it to the video as well. Let me know what you think about Scarlett Johansson's recent claims that Black Widow is just an over-sexualized character. I'd like to hear about that too. And while you're at it, why not go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to give you more bite-sized news to chew on real soon. Adios.